If you go one day and the grocery stores are completely empty, you'll be able to figure it out. Well, it's a cold fall morning, and I got to put away some of the irrigation ram pump system. So here's the two tanks. Temperatures are getting colder, so I cut the zip ties that were supporting this and disconnect this. And once I get that off of there, then this should allow me to unthread this. There we go. So this setup held up pretty well. And I ended up putting a breather valve over there. Let me just sure that O-ring's on there. Let's see if I can unthread this out of here. Ring. And then I'll probably still hold off on draining these as I can still utilize some water out here. But I'll probably leave this black tube out here over the winter, and then I'll just drain it. And then I'll leave this black tube out here, but I need to go to the other end to drain it. So the end of the PVC comes over here. So I actually got to get a screwdriver to disconnect these and then pull the ram pumps out. Improvement for next year's setup is I need to extend it to where it does a 90-degree and stays up on the ledge there instead of dipping down. I think that should help. So I'm probably going to disconnect the PVC and store that in the barn, and store the ram pumps and put them away for winter. Okay, I'm going to disconnect this and drain this hose. I'm gonna feed this around shrubbery so it has better angle next year when I set it up. I'm trying to get it so it won't kink. I'm gonna get it so that it will drain all the way. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. And I'll try to get the rest pulled out of there. I'm gonna pull out the low flow one first. Okay, I got that disconnected. And I'm gonna go down there, disconnect the ram pump. I'll be able to pull the pipe out. Now, about a month ago, this ended up breaking just because I was cranking down on it too much. So I'll have to replace that next year. Okay, so I got this disconnected, gonna pull it up there, and then let's see. Yeah, that's still connected. So then I'll come down and get that ram pump out of the way. So I got majority of the PVC and the ram pumps pulled. The next thing I need to do is pull out this intake and unattach the PVC from here. Now I think most of them are glued unions, so I don't think I'll be able to break that down much, but I'll just store this up in the barn loft. So this right here pretty much lays the brain of the ram pump powered off-grid farm irrigation system is right here. So now it's time to put it away for winter, and I'm hoping to be able to grow in the high tunnel this next spring, hit the ground running, and get it all set up as soon as things warm up. So this is a nice addition. So I use this, I think it's called like a gator clip or something, but it allows me to fairly easily, fairly easily disconnect this inlet. There we go. I just had to rotate it a little bit, but then this disconnects, comes out. I can clean it off, and not too bad there. I'm gonna rinse this off. Now I'm putting it up in the barn loft, trying not to break it. So as you might have seen in the barn loft, I don't really have any hay yet. Did you know that you can go to farmerbrad.com and sponsor a hay bale? And in return, you get like a 30-second video that you could share where I thank you for said hay bale. And there's some footage of the animals eating the hay bale. So check that out. It's helps feed the sheep over the winter. And then we'll be getting Buttercup back really any day now. She went off to another farm to get bread. So I'm going to work on getting the PVC parts of the ram pump over into the barn. And then another day I will roll up all of the hoses. Here's the sheep. They're saying, please sponsor a hay bale. Please sponsor a hay bale. Go to farmerbrad.com and sponsor a hay bale. Just drag these hoses and pipes. So yeah, I didn't make as much progress this year with the whole ram pump and irrigation thing, but I felt like that this year ended up, I learned a lot. I was able to figure out issues with it, get it working pretty well. And next year I'll be able to hit the ground running. I do hope to build sort of a mounted irrigation fertigation loop, and then also hook up a diaphragm pump. That way, if I need 40 to 60 psi to spray, I'll have that ability out there. And then I gotta finish mounting the solar panels, and it's gonna be real nice next year. Now I attended HOA out in Front Royal, Virginia. It was a great time. I was able to get to more talks and sessions this year than in prior years, which is great. I feel like there were more speakers and vendors that were in the prepping mindset, and there's nothing wrong with that. To a certain extent, I feel like by homesteading, you are, in a sense, prepping. So pretty much, if anything, the economy is kind of crazy right now and there's a lot of uncertainty. Well, I have a pasture full of sheep that if I'm having trouble feeding my family, I'll figure out how to process them on the farm, just like the olden days, and my family won't go hungry. So, do you necessarily need to go full-blown prepping? I don't think so, but kind of by default, the common denominator is that in the process of becoming self-sufficient, you end up having things on the homestead that if you go one day and the grocery stores are completely empty, you'll be able to figure it out. And it's not that you have to have every situation figured out. It's you just got to have a few of them figured out. And then the rest will fall into place, or maybe you realize that you don't need that luxury in time of need. So I just want to put that little tidbit out there. Let's see what else I can get done today for my kids' soccer game today. I got some vegetation over here that the sheep can eat and help trim up in the process, but I'm going to try to trick them with the fence not being electrified. So I'll just have them out here while I'm out here doing some work. So I know how I can entice them. I'll get a little bit of chicken feed and plop it down on the concrete, and they'll come over here for sure. Let's see if this works. Come on, sheep! Come on, sheep! Sheep, 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 sheep! Come on, sheep! Well, there's one smart one. She started, and let me guess, that's probably Dolly. She should have a number 2 ear tag. Yep, she is the flock leader. So I'm gonna stay over here, see if I have to discourage them from testing the fence. But I feel like I should at least entertain them for a bit. I mean, they're loving this stuff over here. So I'll let them do this for a bit while I do the other chores. So as the temperatures get colder, I kind of phase into winter For example, right now I'm in the mode of, I disconnect the garden hoses before it becomes night, and then I hook them back up in the morning, and then turn the water on for the automatic waters. I'm gradually going to be getting the barn set up for the winter watering setup, where pretty much I bring all the chickens into the barn so they're close, they're easy to feed and water. But part of me would also like to run a underground electrical line over to this garden area so I could put a heated water over there, and then I'd be able to have some birds outside the barn and not just limited with the chicken run over there. What's kind of crazy though is right across the street there's a small little excavator that they're using to put in fiber, and I kind of wish that I would have talked to the guys and be like, hey, could I give you $100 and I use it over the weekend when you guys aren't using it? Like, it's just sitting there taunting me, because I have a water line that's long overdue getting extended to the garden, so I have a frost-free hydrant in the garden, and then I would love to run electrical outlet that has a waterproof case into the garden, so I could have some chickens over there during the winter time. So I'm gonna go inside, cook up some breakfast, and keep an eye on the sheep so they don't get out. Hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little different, but until next time, and now's a great time to start homesteading. Take care. Bye.